Did you know Carl Jung believed words carry hidden energy that can either draw people close or push them away instantly? It's not just what you say. It's the unseen force behind your speech that truly captivates. Today, you'll uncover a secret rooted in Jungian psychology, a way to speak so compellingly that people can't help but listen, all without sounding rehearsed or artificial. Before we dive in, think about the last time someone truly held your attention. What was it about their speech that captivated you? Was it their words, tone, or something deeper? Drop your thoughts in the comments now. Get ready to become that magnetic speaker yourself. What if speaking well isn't about words, but about connecting to your listener's unconscious? Carl Jung taught us that beneath our everyday talk lies a vast world of archetypes, universal symbols and stories, stored deep in the collective unconscious. When you tap into these shared themes, your speech resonates on a level beyond logic. It's like speaking a secret language everyone understands without realizing it. So instead of focusing on perfect phrasing, focus on weaving your message around timeless human experiences. The call to heroism, the quest for wisdom, or the need for belonging. This unlocks an irresistible connection. Remember, speak to the archetypes, and your message will echo in hearts. That's a game changer. Jung's archetypes aren't just theory. They are practical keys to emotional engagement. Research shows people respond faster and more deeply when messages invoke universal themes: the caregiver, the rebel, the sage. These archetypes activate feelings and memories we all share. When your words tap this primal code, listeners lean in naturally, without effort, instead of over-explaining or persuading. Embed archetypal imagery in your language. Imagine yourself rising like the phoenix, or this is a journey every warrior faces. Such phrases bypass the critical mind and speak directly to emotion. Use archetypes as your shortcut to hearts and minds. Simple, vivid, powerful. Picture this: you tell a story, awakening the hero inside every listener. Suddenly, your audience isn't just hearing words, they see themselves in the narrative, feeling the courage and triumph as if it were their own. This vivid mental imagery hooks attention and builds lasting impact. By framing your message through universal story arcs, you transform listeners from passive recipients into engaged participants. The hero's journey archetype is one of the most powerful tools to pull people in. So next time you speak, craft your story like a shared adventure. It's magnetic. I once tested this by weaving archetypes into a presentation. The shift was palpable. Eyes widened, bodies leaned forward, and the room filled with quiet energy. People weren't just listening, they were living the story with me. It wasn't about fancy rhetoric. It was about tapping something deeper, something Jung called the collective unconscious. This taught me authenticity and emotional resonance. Trump scripted lines every time. The secret isn't in the words alone. It's in how they connect us on a fundamental human level. Use archetypes authentically and watch your words come alive. Here's a simple trick: before speaking, ask yourself, which archetype am I invoking right now? This pause sharpens your intention and guides your language naturally toward themes that resonate deeply. Maybe you want to inspire the sage with wisdom, or empower the rebel craving change. Naming it helps you shape your message for maximum impact. This small mental check turns shallow talk into magnetic communication. It's like tuning your voice to a frequency your audience's unconscious is ready to hear. Pause, choose your archetype, and speak with power. How does silence shape irresistible speech? Carl Jung believed that pauses aren't empty spaces, but invitations for the listener's unconscious to engage. Silence gives the mind room to process, imagine, and emotionally connect, instead of rushing to fill every second with words. Strategic pauses create tension and curiosity, like a story momentarily holding its breath. Before the climax, when you master silence, you're not just speaking, you're letting your audience participate actively. Their minds start filling in gaps, making your message feel personal and profound. Remember, silence speaks louder than words sometimes. Master the pause and you deepen your impact. Words are vessels, but tone and body language carry twice the weight. Jung's insights reveal that our unconscious reads signals beyond the spoken word. Your tone, calm or agitated, warm or cold, colors every message. Your rhythm and cadence act like music, pulling listeners in or pushing them away. Meanwhile, your posture and gestures send powerful nonverbal cues about your confidence and authenticity. When voice and body align with your message, listeners feel safety and trust, opening their minds and hearts naturally. Speak congruently. Your unconscious signals must match your words. That's magnetic. Picture a conversation where your voice is calm but compelling. Your gestures open yet confident. People don't just hear you, they feel drawn in. Your presence becomes a safe space that invites attention and honesty. This isn't about grand theatrics, but subtle harmony between what you say and how you carry yourself. This authentic presence creates a natural pull, like a quiet gravity, that no one can resist. Focus on your physical presence as much as your words. It's a game changer in communication. A mentor once taught me to subtly mirror the listener's energy. This unconscious mimicry builds rapport instantly. When you match their tone, pace, or gestures just slightly, they feel understood and comfortable without realizing why. It's an ancient human bonding trick, tapping into shared rhythms that foster trust. This makes you not just heard, but felt. People lean closer, open up, and listen deeply. Use mirroring consciously. It's a silent key to magnetic connection. Beware the trap of surface level small talk. Jung's work shows that shallow conversations rarely engage the unconscious mind or heart. Without emotional depth or archetypal connection, small talk feels like noise. Quickly tuning people out. Instead, aim to infuse meaning into every sentence. Share insights, ask evocative questions, or tell micro-stories that hint at bigger truths. This sparks curiosity and makes listeners want more. Elevate your talk above the mundane, and you keep your audience hooked. Can storytelling unlock Jung's shadow in communication? Absolutely. The shadow represents the hidden, imperfect parts of ourselves we often hide. When you share vulnerabilities or struggles in your stories, you tap into this deep archetype. Listeners sense your honesty and courage, and that rawness draws them in like a magnet. It's not about oversharing but about embracing imperfection as a bridge to connection. The shadow invites empathy and authenticity. So, don't be afraid to reveal cracks. They make your message profoundly relatable and unforgettable. Neuroscience backs what Jung proposed. Our brains light up when hearing archetypal stories. When you tell a story echoing universal themes, loss, redemption, transformation, brain scans show activation in areas tied to emotion, memory, and empathy. Your speech literally wires your listeners' brains to feel connected and engaged. This isn't magic. It's biology. Using archetypes in your language triggers a neural magnet that draws attention effortlessly. Speak archetypally. It's science-backed persuasion. Imagine closing a talk with a metaphor that sparks subconscious imagery. When you say, "This idea is the key unlocking your inner fortress," listeners don't just hear words, they visualize breaking barriers, gaining strength. These mental images engage imagination and emotion simultaneously, making your message stick long after you finish. Powerful metaphors turn passive listeners into active participants, co-creating meaning. Use vivid, archetype-linked metaphors to anchor your message deeply. I remember transforming a dull presentation into a memorable journey with metaphor-rich language instead of facts alone. I painted pictures with words, calling the challenge a mountain waiting to be climbed and the goal a sunrise on the horizon. Audience members approached me after eyes shining, moved by the story. Not just the data, metaphors bypass intellect and speak to feeling. Forging emotional hooks that last. Harness metaphor to make your speech unforgettable. End your speech with a question or reflection that keeps your message alive, leaving listeners with an open-ended thought nudges their unconscious to keep processing your words long after the conversation ends. Questions like, what hero will you become tomorrow? Invite ongoing personal engagement. This subtle technique transforms your message from momentary to memorable, challenge your audience to reflect, and you extend your influence today. You've uncovered how to speak so people can't resist listening. By tapping universal archetypes, mastering the power of silence, and speaking with authentic presence, these Jungian secrets transform your words from noise into a magnetic force. Next time, we'll explore how emotional intelligence can supercharge this skill and deepen your connections even further. Keep practicing, stay curious, and speak your truth. Your voice is your superpower.